It's officially time. Hi everyone, welcome to Dumbbell Strength. My name is Amber Langford and I'll be running you through your workout today. For today's class, we're going to be doing a 3x3 workout. So we're going to be doing 3 lower body exercises grouped together first. After 3 rounds, we're going to move on to 3 upper body exercises. And then if we have time, we're going to try to get in 3 rounds of some core exercises as well. Let's go ahead and get started with the warm-up first. But if you'd like to track today's workout, now's the time. Press start on those fitness watches. And let's begin with some arm circles. Going back. Reaching up to the ceiling, pulling those arms back and around. And then switching directions, circling forward. Last one here. Going into some knee hugs next. We're going to take our leg, grabbing below that kneecap. We're going to pull up and in towards our chest. If we are unable to reach and grab our knees, you can feel free just to do some marches or some front taps with those feet. Let's do one more to each side. Going into some gate openers next. For this one, hands can be on your hips or on a support structure like your wall or a desk. From here, we're gonna lift one leg up in the front, opening out to the side and lowering down. We're gonna then repeat opposite, opening, closing, and lowering. We're gonna stay all on one side first. If this is just a little bit too much balance, you can feel free to keep that foot on the ground, swinging that knee out and in. We're really just working on those hip rotators, getting them nice and warm for today. Let's switch sides, other leg. Let's do one more on this side. And then last exercise, we're gonna go into some butt kickers, bringing those heels up towards those glutes, pressing those hips forward. If you'd like to get a little bit of upper body action, you can reach forward and pull in. Just for a little bit of a full body movement. Let's do one more, each side. Take that body out and let's get ready for exercise number 1. We're starting with lower body. So for this first round, I'm going to demonstrate the exercise first. We will then perform it together and then we'll move on to the next exercise. So for exercise number 1, starting first with those 3 lower body exercises. Our first one's gonna be a goblet squat. So I'm gonna be using a medium weight for this one. We're gonna be holding that weight up at our chest like a goblet. Feet are gonna be about shoulder width apart, facing forward. From here, keeping that back nice and flat, we're gonna send those hips down and back. Going into a squat, pushing up through those heels to stand tall. I also want those knees to be tracking with your feet throughout the whole movement. So we're gonna do 12 reps. I want everyone to grab your weights. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's squat and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the last two, and 12. Awesome job. Set that weight down off to the side. We are going to go into a single leg RDL or single leg Romanian deadlift next. Couple variations for this. For this exercise, I'm going to be using one weight, sticking more to that light range. I'm using a 10-pound weight for myself. We are going to be doing quite a bit of balance with this exercise. So I want you to move, if you need to, towards a support structure so you can have one hand on a wall or a desk. Really just want it to be a nice stable structure. Holding on to that for balance. We're going to have that same side leg that you're having that side against is going to be in front. Other legs in back, holding on to that weight with that opposite hand. So kind of a opposite arm, opposite leg action here. From here, we're going to bend at the waist, lowering that weight down below the knee, lifting that back leg up, and then standing tall. Keeping that back nice and flat. We're doing a little bit of a teeter-totter motion. So this can be done without a support structure. We can also do this by keeping that back foot behind us, bending at the waist and up, while keeping that back foot, that back toe on the ground. Last variation, keeping those feet side by side, holding on to that waist, bending at the waist and up, keeping just a nice soft knee bend through this whole motion. So quite a few variations there. Choose the one that best suits you. I'm going to do this without a support structure and lifting that leg. We're going to do 10 each side, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's work back as flat. Reaching down, feeling that stretch back behind your leg. And up 1, 2. Trying to stay nice and controlled with this movement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You may notice that one side is a little bit easier than the other. And that's okay. That's why we work both sides. Doing our best to get them as even as we can. Good, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, 9, and 10. Great job. Go ahead and set this weight down. Feel free to grab some water if you need it as well. Next, we're going to go into some heel raises or calf raises. So I'm going to be holding on to 2 weights. I know I'm using quite the assortment today. But for this one, I have 2 light to medium weights. We're going to have our legs be about hip width apart, side by side. Keeping those knees straight, we're going to lift up onto those toes, lifting those heels up, controlling back down. So if you need to, you can hold on to that support structure and do this without weight. But we're going to do 12 reps, starting in 5 seconds. Get ready. Get in position in 3, 2, 1. Let's work lifting up onto those toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and, oh, sorry, we're doing 12. 11, now it's and 12. All right. Set them down, shake it out. Little bit of a breather here. That was round 1. We're going to do 2 more rounds of these 3 before I move on to upper body. Take your time, feel free to move about your space, adding in any stretches. Maybe those forearms are a little bit tight today. I know mine usually are. We'll get started in just 20 seconds. Back to the top with that goblet squat. Holding onto that medium weight. So let's get ready. Let's start to get into position. Feet are facing forward. Legs are about shoulder width apart. Holding that weight up at our chest. Let's work in 3, 2, 1. 12 reps here. 1. Back is flat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost there, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Shake it out, set it down. We'll take about 20 seconds, and then we're going to single leg RDL. Just as a reminder for this one, we can move holding onto that support structure of the wall or desk, or we can do this with back foot on the ground or feet side by side. Excuse me. But let's get ready. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bending at the waist. Back is flat, and up, 1. Keeping that nice soft knee bend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and shake it out. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bending at the waist, reaching down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last 2 here. 9 and 10. Awesome work. Shake those legs out. Catch your breath. Grab some water if you need it. We are going to move to our calf raises next. Holding on to the weights if we can. 12 reps of the calf raises. All right. Let's grab the weights and get ready. We're going to start in just 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Keeping those legs straight, lifting up onto those toes. Controlling down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2. And 12. Shake it out, set them down. That was round 2. We have one more round to go for lower body. We'll then move on to 3 upper body exercises. With our upper body, same thing, they're gonna be all standing exercises. So we are not gonna be getting down onto the ground quite yet. We'll be saving that for our core today. Let's give it another 20-30 seconds before we start round 3. For round 3, if you're able to, see if you can go up in weight. See if you can challenge yourself just a little bit more. Otherwise, let's get ready. Let's grab those weights. Starting with our goblet squats. Let's start in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squatting down, back is flat. Stand tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2. And 12. Great job. Feel free to put this weight off to the side. We'll start back up in just 15 seconds. So grab your weight for that single leg RDL, choosing the variation that best suits you. We'll get ready, getting in position. Starting in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out real quick. Switching sides. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome work. Set it down. Shake it out. Grab some water. In 20 seconds, we're ending with our heel raises. All right, grab those weights. Let's start in 5, 3, 2, 1. Lifting those heels up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Take those legs out. We are moving on to upper body next. So similar to last time, I'll demonstrate round 1 and we'll perform together. So let's go over exercise 1. We're gonna be doing a lawnmower row. So for this exercise, using one light to medium weight, we're gonna be in a staggered stance. So for this exercise, I'm holding onto the weight with my right hand. My left leg is gonna be in front, right leg is gonna be behind, that staggered position. Here's kind of that side view here. In this position, we're going to bend at the waist, starting with that weight right above that knee. We're gonna row up and add some rotation. So for this one, we're gonna bring that elbow up, rotating, looking up slightly over that right shoulder, and then back down. Keeping that arm close to our body, we're rotating and using that core to open up at that hip joint. Here's kind of that side view. As our elbow drives up, we rotate up and down, almost like we're starting a lawnmower if we're doing that pulling action. If you feel any irritation with that rotation, you can feel free just to do a regular single arm row for this one. We're gonna do 10 each side, starting with that right side first. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, keeping that back flat. Let's row up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Switching side. In 3, 2, 1. Let's row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great work. Set it down, shake it out, grab some water. Our next exercise, we're doing a standing chest press. So for this exercise, we can use one weight or two. Excuse me. For this one, I'm gonna be using one weight, sticking more kind of to that like light to medium range. More light if you are doing 2 dumbbells. If you're using 1 dumbbell, you can go more to that medium range. Pulling one hand on each end. Standing tall, slight knee bend, core is engaged. We're gonna start with our arms up at our chest. From here, we're just going to straighten those elbows out and in. So we're doing a standing chest press, keeping those arms at shoulder height. If you are doing this with 2 dumbbells, you can have those elbows out a little bit wider, reaching out and in. This will require more shoulder stability, so I recommend using a much lighter weight if you're doing 2 dumbbells here. We're gonna do 10 reps, so go ahead and grab those weights. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, reaching out and in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Grab your water. Next exercise, overhead tricep extension. For this one, same thing, couple options. We can use one medium weight, holding onto that weight with both hands. Arms start nice and straight overhead, keeping that core engaged, slight knee bend. You're gonna bend those elbows, lowering that weight down back behind your head before straightening tall. You can also use 2 dumbbells. That's what I'm gonna be doing, placing those dumbbells together. Arms overhead, same motion. You're just keeping those dumbbells touching the whole time. We're going to do 10 reps. So grab your weight or weights. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, keeping those ribs tucked in. Let's work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set them down. Shake it out. About 45 seconds to 1 minute of rest. And then it's right back to round 2. So just as a reminder for those lawnmower rows, we're in that nice staggered stance. You can feel free to add the rotation or just do a single arm row. Whatever feels best. We're gonna get started in just about 20 seconds. So take your time. You can start to grab your weight. Getting in position. Just as a reminder, staggered stance, opposite arm, opposite leg here. In 3, 2, 1, let's work. Rowing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out, switching sides. In 3, 2, 1, rowing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. 20 seconds of rest. And then it's the standing chest presses. Ten reps here. Grab your weights. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Keeping those arms up, pressing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2 exercises down. 1 more to go for this round. Overhead tricep extension. Little breather. We'll start up in just 10 seconds. So get your weights situated and ready to go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Round 2 is complete. We have 1 more round to go. Starting back up in about 45 seconds. After this last round, we will be moving on to our core exercises. Our core exercises will be on the ground for all 3. We are going to be in a seated position, but if you need a little bit more cushion, now's the time to grab it. And we'll get started in 20 seconds. Starting with the lawnmower row. Feel free to get into that nice staggered stance. Bending at the waist. We're starting in 5, 3, 2, 1. Rowing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch inside in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We are done with the lawnmower rows. I'm actually done with this weight, so I'm gonna put it away as well. Standing chest press next. Let's grab those weights. Starting in 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set it down, shake it out. Take your little breather. About 15 seconds. And then overhead tricep. All right. Let's start in 5, 3, 2, 1. Arms up, ribs are in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. Take your time. Make your way down to the ground. We have our core. There we go. We have our core exercises to end today. We're going to be in a seated position for all 3 exercises. Excuse me. So in our seated position, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting up nice and tall. I want those sit bones to be on the ground the whole time. Legs are bent, feet are flat. You can do this with or without weight. I'm going to be holding on to weight for these ones. We're going to start with our eccentric sit-ups or eccentric lowers. From here, we're going to hold 1 light to medium weight up at our chest. Keeping that core engaged, we're going to lean that chest back as far as we can, and then back up to that tall sitting position. Only lowering as far as is comfortable. Ultimate goal is to get all the way down to the ground, but that is very challenging. You can do this with or without weight. We're gonna do 10 reps, so grab those weights. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, leaning back, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Set your weights down, shake it out. Next exercise, same starting position. We're going to have that weight up at our chest. We're going to be leaning back, but this time we're going to have that rotation. So if we're comfortable, we're going to twist, tapping to one side, back to center, and then twisting to the other side. So we're doing our Russian twist, but we're doing this with our feet on the ground. You can do this with or without weight. If you feel any irritation with that rotating movement, you can feel free to lean back and pulse. You're gonna do some pulses, small movements. Those are our variations for this exercise. So let's get ready. We're gonna start in 5, 3, 2, 1. Lean it back. And then let's twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great work. Shake it out. Our next one. Same thing, if you want to increase the intensity, you can do this with weight or without. Sitting up nice and tall. Starting once again with that nice lean back. From here, holding this position, we're going to lift one foot off the ground. We're going to add some marches. So we're lifting those knees up towards our chest. You can hold on to that weight, increasing that intensity here. So small movements with those legs. If you need to, you can lean back, holding on to our thighs, and then adding those marches. The option's yours, but we're gonna do 10 marches to each side, grabbing those weights. Let's start in 3, 2, 1, lean it back. March up and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, 9, and 10. Great job. Set those weights down, shake it out. You can feel free to do a little bit of a stretch for those hips, little butterfly stretch. Feet together, knees out wide, rocking it side to side. Whatever you need to do, but we are going to do another round of those 3 exercises. We'll give it a little bit of a breather first. Just let that body recover a little bit. We'll give it another 20 seconds. And then we'll start up with round 2. So the first one, we did those eccentric sit-ups, those lowers. If you are able to and would like to as well, you can feel free to tuck your toes under a kind of like any sort of support structure. So if your desk has a little gap, or even like my bench here, I have a little area I could stick my toes under. That can also give you just a little bit of support and help offload if you're feeling anything in those hip flexors. But let's grab those weights. Starting with the lowers in 3, 2, 1, lean it back. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set the weight down. Shake it out, take a little breather. We'll give it about 15 seconds. And then we'll go into those Russian twists. All right. Exercise number 2. Here we go. Grab the weight if you're using it. Lean it back. Let's add those twists. In 3, 2, 1. Good, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set it down, shake it out. Feel free to extend those legs if you need to. Going into our seated marches next. Excuse me. Let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lean it back. Let's lift. 1, 2. The only thing moving is those legs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. Set that weight down. Grab some water if you need it. Quick little breather here. We have one more round to go. We'll start up round 3 in just 20 seconds. All right, back to that seated position. If you're not already there, lifting that weight up. We're gonna start in 5, 3, 2, 1. Leaning back and up. 1. Last round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set it down, shake it out, take your breather. In just 15 seconds, we're going back to those Russian twists. All right, grab the weight in 5, 3, 2, 1. Lean back and let's twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great work. We have one last exercise to go. Take your breather. Starting in 10. We're doing the marches. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lean back. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there. 9, and 10. Great job. Let's transition to my favorite stretch ever. We're going to do our seated 90-90 hip switch. So, sitting up nice and tall, I want our legs to be out a little bit wider than shoulder width, a little mini straddle position. Hands behind your hips. We're going to drop both legs over to the right. So we're trying to lower those knees down towards the ground, making a 90-degree angle with both legs. Pausing here, lifting those knees back up to the top. We're then going to roll over towards the left. Same thing. Stretching those hips out. Back up to the top. We're going to do 2 more in each direction. Getting as low as we can before switching to the opposite side. Working those hip rotators. Lifting those legs up. Bringing those feet in front of us. Legs straight. we're gonna end with a nice hamstring stretch. So I want those knees, backs of your knees pressing into the ground, toes are flexing back, reaching those hands down your legs, reaching for those toes, reaching for the ground. Let's hold this for 2 more deep breaths. Coming up out of that, feel free to shake it out. You also move back to your standing position, because that is all of the exercises I have for you all today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and see you all next time.